The city of Huntington, West Virginia, which sits quietly next to the Ohio River, was once a bustling center of commerce in the steel industry. But Huntington has struggled for years with economic challenges such as manufacturing decline, job loss, poverty, and blight.
You go buy something that is just in disrepair, that's not functional, and after a while, you become blind to it.
But the city is ready for a comeback. The Environmental Protection Agency is committed to making a difference in communities such as Huntington. Through the agency's Making a Visible Difference effort, EPA, in partnership with the city, recently convened the Huntington Revitalization Forum.
The main focus of making visible differences, we know everything that we do is really focused on the people that we represent. So we came up with this concept of making visible differences in communities and picking some communities where we could really try out how do we leverage, how do we convene, how do we work together, not only with other federal agencies, but with state agencies, local agencies, philanthropic organizations, nonprofits, and most importantly, the citizens. Because at the end of the day, it's hearing from them on what their needs are, not us coming in and telling them what their needs are.
I know that the EPA has really been dedicated with its Brownfields program, with its Sustainable Communities program, to actually making places wonderful, healthy, beautiful, clean, and sustainable again. To come to a place like Huntington and say, we'd really like to see that dead factory go away. We'd really like to see the flooding problem be solved. We'd really like to see the green infrastructure and the trees grow again in these abandoned places.
Bringing together a broad variety of resources from federal, state, local, and nonprofit organizations is key.
It's bringing together many agencies, breaking down the silos that exist between federal agencies, state agencies, and the recipients. It's breaking those silos down, and we're creating a network of communication, and we're finding those spaces where we can connect deeply so that these agencies can be responding to our particular and unique needs.
A unique area of Huntington known as the Highlawn neighborhood is a prime target for redevelopment. Once an area of stately homes, the neighborhood is now packed with brownfields and abandoned manufacturing plants.
That is the single largest piece of property for development in the state of West Virginia. The cost of reclaiming a brownfields is so astronomical that but for the help of the outside agencies and their willingness to work with the local groups and partner with them to get them cleaned up and make them safe again, we would not be able to reclaim those properties, and that is the key to our economic success going forward.
The Highlawn neighborhood's location near the busy Ohio River, the downtown, and Marshall University makes it prime for redevelopment. Huntington has begun addressing stormwater and flooding issues and has identified properties for revitalization through EPA's Brownfields program.
We've got some great things that have started over the last few years. Now we're seeing new ways to bring more of these things to fruition. Stormwater management, it's been a joke here in this town for years. And now we're finally realizing we can address it and address it correctly and in a way that's sustainable and responsible.
Our job is working in communities, our job is working with people in communities, and so the more that we can learn how to do that better, the better off we are.
What I'm seeing in my partnership with EPA, it's not just making sure that we have clean streets. It's making sure that we rebuild a community. It's not only sets a standard for the country, but it will transform Appalachia because it'll start to show this property that has been traditionally energy oriented. We have other ways that we can do it and partner with the university and partner with the federal government and state government. We can show what we can do.